What's up, everybody? Welcome to Love in Black and White, where each week we try and do what, Manulus?
Put the love back in your right, Jason.
Yes, I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth. And as always, we have the co-host, the Big Daddy, Cain and Abel. I don't know. The Black Don Juan. Manulus Rojas Martin.
Hello. Is your mic coming in hot? And why is my blue lick so faded out?
I probably am in hot. I fucking tell me when it's a good level. Okay, so this is about where I'll talk. Is this good? Oh no, that's my monitor. Okay, let me bring it down. Is this better?
That is. That's you sound sexy.
Ooh, sexy. What's up?
What's up?
Ooh, what's up? Okay, let's give shout out to the lovebirds in here. What do we call it? I don't fucking know. The Oreos? I don't know what do we come up with?
Yeah, we're like a year and a half, or like a little over a year in. And
the hose?
We just want to say here.
Let me give a shout out to the beautiful queens in here. Kay Ioka, Alice Mariah, Natasha Vincent, Sandy J. I saw her in there. Okay, cool. Somebody said, really, Jay on MLK Day? Alice Mariah. We've been away for 2 weeks. Manulus's mother was in town, and she was taking up the studio in his mansion. Yes. And also, you can tell it.
Yeah. So my mom came into town, got her experience with her first grandbaby, and she was loving it, man. So it was beautiful. I got a little choked up to see it all, and we're not watching the game because the Rams are dominating that shit. It's not even close.
I'm not watching the game because my fucking team's out of it. They got their asses handed to them by the Bills. Are the Seahawks playing right now?
Oh my God! Don't even go there.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. Who's he talking about? Which game?
It's the Cardinals versus the Rams.
Oh, okay. Well, why would we watch that? Fuck those teams. Exactly. Oh shit, Jay Orbit's up in here. What up, Jay?
Jay Orbit.
Shout out to N. The N word is in here. N. And Josh Knight. So you were getting choked up. Mom was in town, and you got to see mom. You got to see three generations
all together. It was great. And my mom was like, it's so funny because my mom isn't hood. She grew up in East Oakland, but like she was like, you know what? Let's play some music. So she was like, Alexa, play Blow the Whistle by Too Short. And then all of a sudden she's dancing in front of Miles, and Miles is like loving it. He's like,
Crystal is like, whistle? Is that like a neighborhood watch whistle?
It was insane. So it was just good times. We were all just kicking it, and man, ate way too much. So now I gotta go on a diet.
Oh, dude, I've same thing, dude. So there's a bunch of stuff for us to cover. What up, Victoria? Victoria's in here.
Victoria. Shout out to your Niners. Ugh.
Well, you liked the Niners too, didn't you? Or no?
No, I was always a Raiders fan.
Raiders. Oh, shit.
Raiders.
Okay. I'm thinking of Ralph. Ralph likes the Niners.
Oh yeah. Ralph and Roger Lazola.
Yeah. Okay, so there's so much stuff we've put in here to cover. One of the things I wanted to cover, because this just happened, talking about about what's etiquette, and what I think a good test of a relationship is a couple's road trip or traveling.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So excuse me, I just went to Denver this last weekend. Tyler was doing his dope show there. Tyler was with his girl. I went with Angel, and it was actually when everything went off without a hitch. And Angel came with me when I went to Arizona, and I had lunch with Sandy and Carla, and I brought Wrinkles. They got to meet Wrinkles.
Nice.
But yeah, dude. Oh, so I wanted to tell you. Do I have a fucking scratch on my head, or is that my?
I don't know. It looks like you were probably wearing a hat or something. One there. It you know what it looks like? It looks like you used to play football and like you had a helmet. You know what I mean?
I just put here. Here we go. Also for today.
Your head's all fucking invisible.
Shit, it's got there's green in it. Too much green. All right, I can't do it. Okay, so Tyler was doing Tyler's dope show, right? So that that was on Saturday. Friday night, dude, I got the most high I have ever been in my life. And it was just off a vape pen. I did 3 hits on this vape pen, and dude, I thought I was gonna throw up. And
Wow.
Tyler's like, let's not do this tomorrow, buddy. But dude, I was wondering, but I wanted to ask you, have you ever been dating someone and you guys went on vacation together or a road trip? What up, Robert? Robert's in here. Went on a road trip or something, and you were like, oh, this is it. I'm done.
What do you mean? Like, oh, like you don't want
like it was a bad experience.
Oh, no, because
everybody's
really
calling me a pussy. I mean, it was a pretty hard vape.
The only person I've ever really gone on, like vacation with is Crystal, and I mean, she's always, great. She knows the lay of the land. What up, Andrea? It's yeah. I mean, every place we've gone, she's usually the one in control. I'm usually the one throwing up on myself after drinking too much. Like I remember we were in St. Lucia and we were with this couple from Canada and they drank me under the table and I was just like, man, I was just throwing up left and right, and and God, I feel like I make an ass out of myself, but I'm usually pretty calm and collected. What about
Europe? Tyler even took a hit off this vape and was like, oh yeah, buddy, that's pretty big. I don't know if it's it has to do with the thin air in Colorado or what.
Oh,
everything
yeah,
we read was saying, everything we read was saying that that's a bullshit thing for both alcohol and weed. But
really,
dude, I took 3 huge hits off this, and then Tyler and Tori were in the room right next to us. We stayed in the haunted room in the Oxford, I think it was called. It's supposed to be a haunted hotel. And
wait. So do you know the history behind the haunting?
There was some lady, Penelope, I think, or fuck it, I don't even remember the name. But they told us as we were checking in, they were telling us, they were like, well, they were telling Angel, you don't have to worry about with, because she's usually really Naima, what's up, Naima? And also Michael Joseph, didn't give a shout out to him. But they were telling Angel, you don't have to worry anything about it because she really only messes with men. And so
right.
And I was like, you don't know my pronouns. Scuba Jess. And so they said that she will like pull the blankets off of you or the covers off of you or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I think she just got me fucking high. But dude, this is what happened was I was sitting there. This was late at night, and so I don't know, it's probably midnight-ish, and I'm high. Tyler and Tori come over to watch a movie with us. We're setting up the fire stick, right. And I'm literally like sitting there and like going in and out of trying to keep my eyes closed or open. I'm getting the spins from weed. And so I asked somebody to get me a bucket. So Tyler was like, well, I think we're gonna go, buddy, because this isn't really fun. So they left, and Angel's left to just deal with me, and I was just like,
you're talking.
She's like bringing me a what's up?
Keep talking, keep going.
Oh, well, this is great. Great conversation with Manny. Romy Rome. What up, Romy?
I said Jerome in the house. I said you better watch your mouth.
Old school player from the Himalayas. So Angel's like getting me a wet washcloth to try and cool off. And at one point, I'm like, I'm sitting on the couch, but I think I've told you this before. Whenever I get high, what up, hippie goals? I know hippie goals. Whenever I get high, I always say like my legs stop working. Basically, it's my whole lower extremity. I can't I can't do anything. My legs are done. I become a paraplegic. So
wait. So she's like, you took me on vacation. You can't even fuck.
Oh yeah, dude. She was just trying to get me to survive the night. So she's bringing over wet washcloth, putting it on my head. I mean, like she really is being like an angel and how nice she's trying to accommodate me. So she was like, do you want me to put your legs up? And so she literally brings over this heavy ass chair, lifts my legs up to put it on there because my legs don't work because I'm high. And then as soon as she does that, I'm sitting there, I felt like I couldn't breathe because it's Colorado and I couldn't get like that second breath. And so, yeah, Sandy, 100%, poor Angel, 100%. So as soon as she gets me situated with my legs up on this chair and I'm sitting there, I still feel like I can't breathe and I need to like stretch out. So I go, she's sitting on the couch next to me. And I was like, hey, can I lay here? Like basically telling her, can you get the fuck out of the way and let me lay here? but I'm high, so I don't have any idea of like saying anything like politely or anything. I just go, hey, can I kind of lay here? And she just goes, well, where am I going to sit? She just goes, well, I'm going to go to bed. And so she got me. I was like, no, I'll try and make it to the bed. So I got to the bedroom, and then I just, dude, I passed out. But there was no haunted shit. And then we went to the next day, because we were in Colorado, we went to where the movie The Shining was inspired by Stephen King.
Oh, no
Stanley
shit.
Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet. It was a dope drive, and the Stanley Hotel itself is nothing really, like nothing from the movie is from there.
Okay.
It's just that inspired it. The outer shots were filmed at Timberline Lodge in Portland, Oregon. Was it really haunted? Romy Rome asks. I didn't. The only thing is, dude, I keep seeing this fucking thing on my head. What
you're good. You're good. It's
I did
probably,
have
you know what? I
another
bet you anything that apparition scratched the shit out of you on your forehead.
Let me get a little cocoa
There
butter.
you go. There you go.
Oh. H. Stein. So there was nothing. I mean, we didn't experience any haunted things, except Angel said her charger fell out of the thing overnight, she thinks, but I don't know. And I love how I'm fucking doing makeup as we're filming this, basically putting lotion on.
You know, it's like I don't know why I really believe that, like, if there are ghosts, I think that some of them are still racist. Like if you're a ghost, I think that you're kind of stuck in like limbo, if you will, if that makes sense. And it's,
I mean, you ain't never seen ghosts in black sheets.
That'd be amazing.
Would that be racist? This ghost is in black sheet.
It's like the ghost is like, boo, motherfucker.
Dude, your joke, which I could never tell anybody about, kills me. I'll let you tell it.
Yeah. So I said that this ghost was haunting me, and I thought it said like boo, right? And I listened closer, it didn't say boo. It was like jigaboo. I was like, you racist motherfucker.
Oh God. Yeah, but so we did that, and I slept on top of the covers because I was fucking hot as shit. So the ghost didn't have a chance to pull the covers off me. So and we did the dope show, and it was just it was a great experience, and Angel is a great travel partner, and we didn't want to kill each other.
See, that's the biggest thing. I think if you can travel with somebody, they're definitely a keeper, because it's like, I mean, for me, Crystal, she can get us anywhere. Like, we were in Europe, you know what I mean? We're lost, and she knows how to like negotiate with people. She was like, when we were in Puerto Rico, she recorded what the guy said. He was like, oh, it's only this much to go in the taxi, right? And then when we got there, he was like, oh no, it's this. And we were like, oh no. And she pulled out the phone, and it was recorded, and he was like, all right. So it's like, you know, she just has all these little,
like, gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. So no, I mean, like, she's always dope to travel with. I think that I'm just like, I get worked up because for me, sometimes I got to realize that like things don't work the same across seas, right? When we were in St. Lucia, we went to this restaurant, and we were there first, but this bus pulls in, and they serve everybody on the bus first, and then they serve us afterwards. But I was like, oh, okay, they must have some sort of thing with the tour bus that, like, okay, if you bring people in, we'll get them in and get them out and get them on the road. But, you know, I'm thinking, you know, first come, first serve, but it's not that way in St. Lucia. So yeah, that was hard. I was like, I was ready to be a dumbass American and be like, yo, this shit ain't fair, motherfucker.
Dude, and the other thing too with like, well, here, let me get these comments real quick. First of all, Natasha, thank you. Recognizes Jay's moisturizer application process impeccable. Thank you.
On
Appreciate
point.
it. I'm glad somebody recognized it, Natasha. Kay said road trips are my favorite with good music, and Sandy said my impression of Angel is she's extremely nice and personable, very easy to go along with. Yeah, she. You know, I saw this thing from that. I think it was Kevin Hart posted that was pretty interesting. And I agree 100%. What up, Jonathan T's in here?
Jonathan T.
And it was Kevin Hart said some. It's not. I'm paraphrasing. I'm ruining the quote, of course. But it's not about how rich they are, not how beautiful they are. And then there was one other thing, and then the final thing was it was someone that brings you peace, right, or someone that is your peace. And I was like, fuck yes, because Angel is like, she's just very chill, and we get along like. I mean, it's just easy to be around, you know, like there's nothing's forced. And I mean, I think an ultimate sign of how well we get along is we did a road trip. You know, we were
Mhm.
both tired as fuck coming back Sunday because we had an early flight and we were up till like 2. But we got back here and immediately we both were like, let's, I'm like, when I get back to the house, I'm going to take a nap. And she's like, well, I'll head home. I was like, you can just crash if you want to just crash. So we literally just got here, passed out. And then she stayed here last night and we just chilled. And it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like we did the weekend getaway. And then it was like, all right, get the fuck home. Get the, it's like, all right.
Yeah, and I mean that's big for you because usually you're just like, I need my fucking space.
Yeah.
But you know, it's tough because I think we've had buddies in the past, you know, ones that we both mutually know, and then just ones that, you know, we know individually, that their significant others are just challenging, and it's like you don't want to be around them. It's like you see them fight on the trip, and it's like that shit don't look like fun, you know. It's like I don't know how you deal with it on the day to day, but it's like, fuck, man, you want somebody who complements your life and makes them better. But this, like, I've seen it time and time again where somebody's just sticking with it, and it's just they make you fucking miserable. They talk down to you, they belittle you. And if, like, so one of our family friends, like, her husband got lost, and she's like, you didn't fucking look at the map, you didn't do this, you know. And it's just like we're sitting in the back just quiet as fuck. Hey, you know, she's like, oh, you motherfucker, you just went up the speed bump to like fuck with me. And we're like, you just driving, this is the fucking there's not the best roads in, like, you know, this part of fucking Europe.
So. Dude, I remember my dad, Jonathan, what?
Oh, Jonathan, God.
Come to Louisville. Again, I was there. I did my album there in St. Louis.
Be back.
St. Louis. Wait, is that? No,
There's
St. Louis,
Louisville,
Missouri. I'm a fucking idiot.
Wait,
that's in Kentucky. Jesus, sorry. Watch him just go. $5 away. Yeah, Naima said I'd say a road trip is a big way to test compatibility. Oh my God, lemon pepper wings. That is yeah, me and Angel did take the road trip to Arizona. We just listened to podcasts on the way, and it was great. But fuck, I was going to say something else. Oh, when you were talking about the driving thing, I think I told you about this a long time ago. When my stepmom was still alive, my pops came up to Seattle. Mm-hmm. They drove up and they were driving around somewhere. I'm in the back seat, and like she's like trying to give him directions or something. And my dad's like very chill, but then when he's also a smart ass. Yeah. So she's like, you missed this and this, that. And so we're on Aurora, major street, and he just fucking jams on the brakes in the middle of the street. And he just looks at her and he goes, you keep fucking barking orders at me, I'm going AWOL. It's like, oh, fuck, dude.
Man, for people who don't know Aurora, it's like fucking, it's busy as shit. You know what I mean? So if you slam on the brakes, shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a great experience, and Tyler's Dope Show is always, I love that show so much because it's a great show to do new stuff because the crowds are very forgiving. Like if it eats shit, you can just be like, hi.
It's so good. And you know, it's sad because it's like Tyler came up with that concept so long ago, and then, you know, there's other comics who try to fight it. So never accept any knockoffs.
Yes. Okay, let's get to some of these topics. I just wanted to talk about that while that was fresh in my head, and wanted to see if you had ever had taken a road trip with someone. I mean, and this is also speaking to what you had said previously. I'm not I don't have the greatest track record of a bunch of relationships or whatever. I mean, before Angel, last time I had a girlfriend, somebody that I would be like, oh, this is my girlfriend, was like, fuck, now it's been maybe 10, 11 years ago. Right. But I've always said, though, I feel like a relationship, it shouldn't be a lot of difficulty. It shouldn't be like, if it's the right one for you. Again, who am I to say that I have the answers? But I look at my grandparents and their relationship as a successful relationship, and there wasn't a lot of fighting. You know, it's like I've always said, like, I want to enjoy life. I want to be with somebody that wants to enjoy life. Stress and drama will come up as it does, and then I want to deal with it. How do we attack it? How do we get it through it? And then let's get back to enjoying life, having fun, laughing, and just fucking, enjoy it.
That's the big thing, right? It's like no relationship should be that much work, and some of them I'm just like, fuck, man, it is, some people put in so much work, and it's just like, you have to, at some point, ask yourself if that is worth it. And if you're that stressed out, like, stress will kill you faster than anything. So, get out. There's somebody out there for you, and find the right one.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's go to your how do you address friends and or family who are too involved in your relationship? I'll let you start because I know how I would address it.
Man, friends or family that are too involved in the relationship. That's hard because I'm such a nice guy, you know what I mean? So it's like when people are in your shit, and they're just like, well, Crystal needs to, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm like, let me handle my shit, but then again, I don't have any friends that, are like, yo, Crystal's like, in trouble. Like you've always, and, been nice to Crystal. Trying to think if I've had any relationships before. I mean, I'll take it. I'll listen, because if they see something that maybe I'm missing, like in an earlier relationship, like
did your mom ever tell you like somebody you were dating? She's like, that chick's a hoe.
Yeah, like my mom. I remember my first girlfriend, Brenda. She was just like, you're
Brenda
young.
the back bender.
Yep, Brenda the back bender, man. It's so funny. I was just talking to her about I would totally disappear to avoid the conversation. It's so funny. I remember my mom used to tell me, she's like, don't you have no girls over here, on lunch or after school, when I'm not home or anything like that. And I remember I brought Brenda over during lunch, and my dumb ass, I just showed her all my baby like albums. I'm like, yeah, this is me. I was riding a duck and right here. And then like later she was telling me, she was like, yeah, I thought we were gonna fuck. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that was an option. But yeah, I was only like 14. Thank God, you know what I mean? Be a 14-year-old dad or some shit. But yeah, I'm just she was just like, yeah, that girl's a little fast for you, you know what I mean? And like, you won't even miss her once you move, and you're gonna date a lot of people in your life, so don't get too heartbroken over it. But it's hard to tell a kid that. So Jonathan T says, mine have interjected in the past. Most of the time they were right, so I tend to lean and take in what they say. That's not a bad idea, but then I think each with a grain of salt, right? It's like there's some friends who just want to kind of sabotage your relationship because they want to keep
Yeah,
you.
one of your former roommates.
Oh yeah, for sure, right? It's fucking crazy.
Not me, everybody.
Yeah, not this guy. But there's people who will give you bad advice just so they can date your significant other. You know what I mean? So it's
so wild,
crazy. It's so crazy. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, man, it just I think I'm with Jonathan T, where you take in a little bit, and because people definitely see things from the outside that you don't see because you're so love blinded sometimes that you're just infatuation can change the way you view somebody. And if somebody's taking advantage of you, maybe you're spending too much money on them, or maybe they're saying, oh, I don't like your friends, and now you don't have any friends. So I think listen, but like I said, with a grain of salt. What about you?
Yeah, so Naima said, I don't think people realize they do invite people in one time and they kind of just input themselves going forward. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, so my pops, anybody I was dating, he never really had like, oh, I don't know about this girl or that. I'm trying to think of friends.
My dad said some bad shit to me one time. There was this girl in the apartments, and he was like, yeah, don't be sleeping with her, but maybe get a blowjob or something. I was like, oh, that's horrible advice, Dad. Why would you even tell your 17-year-old son that? But this is great advice right here. My mom told me this one. She was like, don't tell me when don't tell me when you're mad at your significant other, because I stay mad when you forget.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to be real careful about that. What up, San Francisco 49er girl? I hate your team, but congratulations.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to worry about is like if I vent to you all the time about like what's wrong with somebody I'm dating,
right?
And we're in different states. Then when you finally meet her, all you've heard is the negative shit. So you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But
yeah, I'm gonna always be nice because it's you, but at the same time, I'm gonna have it in the back of my mind, like, oh yeah, this bitch is da 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 da. Because I got a buddy like that, and I'm friends with his wife, but it's like he'll tell me bad stuff, and I'm always in the back of my mind, like, oh, she's holding him back, she's bringing him down, kind of stuff. So,
Romy Rome said, "Brother Jay, a relationship here. You should read this as the
Brother
deacon.
Jay." A relationship is like an art project. If you get too many opinions on how it should look, it will no longer look like your own work of art, but someone else's. In other words, keep people, family, and friends out your business. Thank you, Romy.
And Victoria and San Francisco are they're all happy talking about their Niners. It's a different podcast. Go fucking somewhere else with that shit. My team got fucking spanked. Sandy had said, don't let them in too deep. It's one thing to witness something by just being around. It's another to feed your relationship info to your friends and family when they start looking for stuff. And Naima said, I completely agree, Sandy. I hold grudges, so I'll always be dislike that person. Yeah, it's I'm trying to think. My mom one time hooked me up with a girl that had moved from Atlanta, and as we were going out on a date, she told me her lesbian girlfriend was going to be moving from Atlanta to Seattle. So that was interesting. But she was fine. I was like, all right, mom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I mean, the other thing too is like, it's, what's funny is like the girls that I was always attracted to growing up, like most of my buddies were black and they always dated white girls, and so and I was always dating black girls, or Panay, or Latina or whatever, just not white.
Like, to me, I think, to be honest, I don't see you ever listening to anybody else's advice. Maybe Sean's, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I think that for some reason I feel like you value Sean's opinion a little bit more than just random ass people, but I could be wrong on that.
I mean, I would think, but see, Sean isn't the kind that would.
He wouldn't say anything. Yeah, I mean,
but I could see me asking you guys, right, like, or I could totally see. What are you laughing at?
Just like you get advice and you're like, okay, Kane, because you're.
No, but I could totally see me going, hey man, you've been married now for a while, and is this weird that these thoughts I'm having on this, or that she's doing this or whatever? I could see that maybe asking your input, but most of my buddies and family have never like interjected or volunteered info. I mean, I remember Ron, my buddy Ron, the one that did the movie theater joke with you. Mm-hmm. I was dating this one girl. She was like an aerobics instructor, and I think I talked about this before on the podcast, and we were ordering pizza, and Ron goes, oh, what do you want on your pizza to this girl? I don't even remember her name. And she goes, oh, I like vegetables.
And he kept.
Yeah, she said I like vegetables. Some fucking weird, like that was pretty much how she said it. And Ron's like, and immediately Ron heard it and was like, okay, well, okay. So he likes pepperoni, he likes it. And what do you like? What was it again? And she's like, oh, I like vegetables. So he just fucking kept making her say it. And I was like, you asshole, just fucking.
Oh, so good. It's funny though. It's like, so I wonder, like, let's say I hadn't known you when you were dating you went on the date with that girl who sold crack.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, how did you even break that off, or did you just ghost her? How did
so this is when I was living in Kirkland with Mark Cook, the cooker, who was when I was 21 for a year, I supported myself by playing poker and hearts. We would play hearts, and my buddy Cook was the houseman at a card room, and so yeah, I mean, that's a different story. Anyways, but I was living in Kirkland with Cook, and I met this chick at Seward Park.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, Seward Park in Washington is like, in Seattle is like, during the summer, on the weekends, people take their cars up there. If that was your thing back in the day, you'd roll through, fucking leaning, bumping. What's up, girl? What's up? Just styling and profiling. And so there was some girl I met at Seward Park, and she was fine, and we got numbers or whatever. And I remember, dude, and this is something I always remember when I was younger dating, and you would ask somebody, oh, what do you do for a living? And if they were always, oh, if they were mysterious about it, I always was like, I don't care if you're a stripper, it's cool, I don't, whatever. It was always weird to me, like if somebody was really like kind of elusive about what they did for a living. So this girl, it was our first date, and I can't remember what we did first, but then we ended up back at my place, or me and Cook's place. Yeah, Naima, I fucking style and profile. So she kept saying that, like, she wouldn't tell me what she's like, oh, I'll tell you later. Right. And I'm like, okay. Oh yeah. I did. Yeah, I did that. On my Instagram, I hit a royal flush a few years back that I put up there on Instagram. Anyway, so we're back at our house. Cook's not there. I think he's at the card room. And so I remember we were standing. I think we had just got in the apartment. I was like, so what do you do for a living? Or what do you do? Or I don't. And she was like, I don't really want to say. And I go, look, I'm not a judgmental person. I don't I don't care because I'm thinking she's going to tell me she's a stripper. Why are you laughing? Because you know the
because
story.
I know the story. Yeah, this is
and
hilarious.
So and I was like, I don't care. As long as it doesn't affect our future, I don't really care what you are doing or have done in the past, right? So she goes, okay, well, I sell crack. I was like, and this is like, I'm probably 21-ish around the time, and she's around the same age. So, this beautiful young girl, I was like, okay, or funny. And she's like, no, for real. I was like, shut the fuck up. I go, you don't sell crack. And she goes, yeah, I do. And then she lifts like her shirt up. I think she had a skirt on, but she rolls her skirt down and her panties down a little bit and pulls out a little baggie of fucking crack rocks. And I was like, oh, you sell crack.
For those
she's like, I don't ever do it. And go ahead.
Yeah, for those listening online, Romy Rome said a street pharmacist.
Dude. So she was like, yeah, she's had, and I'm like, and we've talked about before, me and Manny are like are virgins with hard drugs. I've never done anything harder than weed.
Yeah.
And so you can imagine, I was like, you got fucking crack cocaine in my house. You got crack in this motherfucker. You crack selling bitch. Get the fuck out. That's what I was thinking in my head. So
Jonathan T said, I'm your neighborhood drug dealer.
Yeah. So immediately I was like, okay, this is legit. So now I told her, I go, look, I'm not judging you like that you do that. Whatever you got to do, whatever you do, that's on you. But I go, just to be honest with you, I feel uncomfortable because like I come from a family of cops and, I don't want to be around that, so I fucking took her home, and so that was that. But I was like, and then I told Cook, I was like, I had a fucking crack dealer in the house earlier tonight. Fucking Nino Brown up in this bitch.
Fucking in the panties. It's just crazy. God,
dude. Damn. Yeah, it was, dude. I mean, it's so many fucking crazy dating stories. I told you the story about the girl that we went to the movies and then couldn't find the car on the way back.
Yeah. She was like, because your dumbass lost the fucking car. You're like, well, you can't find the car either, dummy.
You were with me when I parked, you dumb. Wrinkles, come here. All right. But yeah, so I went on a tangent about my crackhead ex. It's like literally our first date. Did you ever go out with a stripper or anything?
I'm trying to think. I feel like maybe no. I got hit on by a lot of strippers, but I wasn't like trying
what were the guys' names?
Jason Hollingsworth.
I stripped at Tunkendale's.
No, I don't think I've ever dated a stripper. But like you said, didn't you have a friend who was married to a porn star? Or dating a porn star?
Oh yeah. I wanted to have him on the show. I should hit him up about doing that next week.
I just wonder what that would be like. Like how would you feel? Let me ask you this. How would you feel if your lady was a stripper, guys are filling her up every night? You know what I mean? I know they're not supposed to touch.
Well, I dated a stripper.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So first,
I don't know I don't think it got to the level where I would be like, oh, this is my girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah, so the way I met her too was crazy too. I was back when I was profiling and styling and profiling. I had a convertible, dude. This old fucking time machine.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I don't know if I knew you then. This is before comedy. I had a convertible Sebring.
Oh,
I had a Chrysler Sebring convertible.
Okay.
And I was with my buddy, and we were on. I think what's the fucking, it's in the Central District. What's the name of? Oh, the club, the Royal Esquire Club.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, it's like a pretty much an all black club, but of course I was the one white dude in there all the time. But what's the street that the Royal Esquire Club is on? It's that one that runs really long. Is it Union or MLK?
Yeah. Hold
on. Rainier. It's Rainier Avenue, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Rainier Avenue. Okay, so I'm on Rainier Avenue with me and my buddy.
For people who don't know, it's kind of the hood.
So I'm on very Michael Scott of you, San Francisco. So I'm on Rainier Avenue. I'm in my Chrysler Sebring, top down. It's like fucking. It's probably midnight and it's probably 40 degrees out. But I got a profile,
right?
Bumping my music, and then pulls up next to me is a Mustang with, I think it was like 3 or 4 girls in there, and the driver was hot, and I remember her license plate said Mayday, Mae space DAY, and her name was May, and she was a stripper, and so we were like, what's up, girls? And they were like, hey, what's up, boys? And so we pulled over and started chit chatting, swap numbers, and then me and May started dating, and I remember going to her place for the first time, and she had like one of her art pieces was just a fucking nude photo of herself, like taking up the whole wall, and I was like, well, it's a nice welcome.
Was it like a graphic picture or just like a nice kind of classy portrait?
I mean, it was a classy stripper nude picture. you know how it is, Naima, styling and profiling,
on that ass. God, yeah. So how long did you were you in that relationship?
Not long, but I didn't really, I don't think I ever went and saw her at work, and I didn't really. I mean, I was like, you do that, whatever. I know you'll be coming home to Big Daddy.
Right. And I'm thinking like, she's probably got to be bringing home a nice chunk of cash, all the time. But so, for me, I went to the opposite side of the spectrum. Like if you were married or dating a porn star, like I think that you have to hold on. What did Sean say? Mayday is the day you get your positive herpes results.
The Mechanical from the Hollingsworth was in here, coming in hot.
Make sure you follow him on all social medias, and make sure you check him out tomorrow on the Hollingsworthless. That shit is for me, I couldn't date a porn star. I mean, I respect what they do if that's your choice of work, but it's like I don't want to share you with the rest of the world. I don't think I could roll like that.
Victoria said, wait, is it weird to have pics of yourself up like that? You have a giant picture of yourself naked in your mom's house? Victoria, what? So here I dated a girl that she wasn't an escort while we were dating. I think I told this on the podcast, right? Afterwards, she started escorting.
Oh shit! Wow.
Did I ever tell you about this?
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, fuck! I feel like I'm hogging this whole podcast with just.
This is great. Yeah, no, trust me, I'm tired. I haven't slept. Okay. You were carrying the show. So wait, I want to hear more about this.
So I got to make sure I don't say the girl's name. So I was dating this one girl, and she was Korean and black, and she was she was kind of quiet, and like she kept shit internal, and then she would blow up. That's why we didn't end up working out. But we broke up. We broke up, and we had been broken up for a while, and then. Dude, randomly, I think I was living in Florida. This was me and her dated in Washington off and on for about 3 or 4 years. Okay. And I'm now living in Tampa. And this will tell you how old this story is. I get a message on AOL Instant Messenger, AIM, for those in the know, on AIM, from a buddy. And he sends me a picture of a girl in lingerie that kind of looks like the girl I dated, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, is this so and so?" And and I go, it kind of looks like her, but this girl in this picture kind of is kind of bigger, and the girl I dated was thinner. And then he shows me another picture, and it has the girl has a tattoo on her shoulder that's the exact same tattoo as the girl I dated. So I was like, "Oh fuck, it is her, right?" Damn. So and I'm like, what is this? Where'd you get this? So he sends me this website. She has a website. She's an escort, her rates, all this shit, right? So I think maybe within a week, I see she's on AIM.
Yeah.
I found her ad on back pages. When you like to know, Jonathan, oh, look at fucking people getting all up in each other's business. So I see her on AIM, and I like I say, I'm not a judgmental person, but I'm very curious. Like I love to something I don't know about, or that lifestyle or whatever. I definitely am curious. So I see her on AIM, so I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey, how have you been? Blah blah blah. And then I was like, I don't remember how I approached it, but I basically asked her about escorting, and she was like, yeah, she's doing it. And then I asked her, the only thing that really bothered me about the whole thing is she had a little sister, and her little sister like idolized her. And she eventually, I guess, I don't know if she got her little sister into it too, but her little sister started doing it too, escorting. But I remember I asked her, I go, so what's the craziest story you have from when you've been doing that? And she said, that she was with a client, and she was on top, and all of a sudden she goes up and comes down, and his dick comes out, and then snapped his dick.
The penis
Excuse me. And
fracture.
yes, and so she said I had to take this guy to the fucking hospital. Couldn't take the condom off because his fucking dick's crooked, and that's what you call a cocktail.
That's so stupid.
So, but yeah, she was saying that was her craziest story. She's now married, and I don't know if her husband knows about her past life. But
yeah, that'd be wild. Okay, so Kay has a question for us. She said, Manny and Jay, would you let's see, would you all date a woman who has bigger feet and hands than you?
As long as her dick's not bigger. What?
I dated I kind of hung out with a girl who was like a little bit taller than me. I'm like, what, 6 foot? And she must have been like 6'1". And I think she did have bigger hands and feet than me. I was just like, God damn. You know what I mean? It was a little awkward, but I mean, yeah. I mean, she was fine, you know, and nice.
So
Sean said no.
So I tried to tell a joke about, I went out with a girl that was like really tall. I think she was like 6'2" or 6'3". She had been like a Miss Teen Washington, I think, or something. And I just remember on the day, it's all like usually my wheelhouse, so to speak, or is like right around like 5'5" to 5'9". Most people would think I want like the taller the better, but I just remember when we were on the date, like people already are going to notice me and stare and be like, "Oh, that guy's fucking huge," or a mutant or whatever. But then when there's two of us, it just looks like the tall convention is in town. And then I remember I tried to do a joke about it, but it just came off so mean that I said that we were holding, we went to the movies, and when we held hands, it just looked like I was praying because she had like the same size hand as me. And it was just kind of weird. But could I date some? I mean, I hope she doesn't have bigger feet than me. I wear a 15.
Yeah, God. Let's see, why not bigger hands? Better hand jobs. No, I don't know. Let's see.
What one would have bigger hands or feet? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, Naima, let's not pass over this. Naima said, I used to want to escort, but I'm not good at being nice to men. I mean, maybe you should be a dominatrix.
Yeah, I mean, do they have to
be none of them?
Because I think some people are into that, right? I mean, I guess it depends what state you're in. I don't know if it's legal. Is it legal in every state or no?
What, escorting? Dominatrix or escorting?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in Vegas, so
yeah, it's probably legal there. Because I remember they had a show called Gigolos based out of Vegas.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dude,
that show was crazy.
Fucking assholes on that show.
God, man. Alice Mariah said, "I'm 5'8" and wear a size 9 in women's. And I went on a date with a small man. He was very short and small, so most women are bigger than him. He was awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling, I mean, okay, look at it like this. What is it? Zendaya or whatever? Isn't she dating Tom Holland, Spider-Man?
He was literally opposite of awesome. His personality was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, teach his own, but I mean, it can work. It just depends. Like, you know, like, are you digging that person? Like, ultimately in relationships, do you really care what other people think outside? Are you happy? You know?
Yeah. I'm like whoever your dream woman is, or you go to your first date and it's Beyonce and you see her and you're like, God damn, and then she goes to shake your hand and it just wraps around your whole hand. You're like, I can't even see my fucking hand. Jesus.
Jonathan T said, I've never heard a woman say, oh my God, he is so short. Such a turn on.
You should go to a little person's convention.
Oh man.
He's so tall. He's 4'9".
Oh man. All right. What's our next topic?
Somebody said big feet and hands. Oh, Ann said big feet and hands don't mean shit. Let me tell you. Ann's taking a lot of what?
Because yeah, I've heard like rumors of Shaq, right? Like a lot of women say Shaq isn't packing. So
really,
you know, that's
Wayman Tisdale. That's the story I heard. Was rest in peace, Wayman Tisdale. Has one of the best songs ever, Circumstances. Good little jazz number.
Don Johnson, apparently, right?
What?
Don Johnson from Miami Vice.
Really?
That's what the rumor has it.
Interesting. Oh, here you go. You want to read this one, the conscience one?
No, wait, where's it at?
If you had your consciousness uploaded to the cloud and lived in a virtual world, who would you trust in the real world to handle your afterlife account? This is from that show, right?
Yeah. From Upload.
I,
Yeah. Okay,
dude, that
I
show's
remember this.
great.
Yeah, great show. If you haven't seen it, I think it's on. Is it on Amazon or is it on Hulu? I don't
It's
know.
on one of
Anyways,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Upload. Man, I don't know if I would trust Jay because I feel like he'd be fucking with me, and you'd be like, if I was in if I lived in a cloud type afterlife, I know that you would be like, all right, let's give him a vagina today. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be fucking with me. You'd be like, okay, I'm gonna
And
make
then
him
upload
wear
the videos to put it up on YouTube as a
exactly.
prank.
You would make me wear hammer pants. I mean, I would trust you, but I just know that every like now and then you would mess with me. I think you'd keep my account up. Um, gosh, yeah, who would I?
So Kay said, "Ladies, does size matter?" And Sean said, "Men, does size matter?" Those huge vaginas. Hashtag, am I right? And then Victoria asked, "Would you ever allow yourselves to have an open relationship?" I mean, her legs. Okay. Okay. Who would you have? Who would you have?
I guess if
Crystal?
no, because she already tries to dress me and it's annoying. I hate like trying on clothes with Crystal is just. I mean, ultimately, I think that's who I'd have to trust and trust. You know what I mean? It depends when I die. Like if I were to die tomorrow, I would probably trust my mom with it. You know what I mean? Because she would just be like, "Oh, baby, I'm gonna send you some more money for this," and you know what I mean. Oh, we got to make sure you have the best little afterlife. Um, Maybe Miles if I was like old, you know what I mean? Depending on like how our relationship is, you know what I mean? The next, 20 years, if like maybe he's like a jerk to me, maybe he hates me, you know what I mean? He's like, fuck you, dad, delete. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. So I wouldn't trust me and my sister fight too often. Like we love each other, but we fight. She would fight with me.
She's like, "Who's right? I'm on the delete button. Who's right?"
Exactly. I think I wouldn't trust you because I know that you wouldn't delete me. But you would fuck with me every now and then, and it would be our back and forth. Like it'd be hilarious because in that show you could actually communicate with people in the real world,
Right.
And so I would love to just chat back and forth with you. I think you'd have me looking right. You'd be like, "Yo, I got you these virtual clothes. Yo, I got these NFTs.
This week you have the George Jefferson cut.
Yeah, I think it would just be fun. I would entrust you with it. I think you or Sean, just because Sean's technologically savvy. So, but I think
I
he
would
fucked me too.
I would say it would be either you or Sean, because I mean, both of you at various times I've asked to help me in different situations financially or whatever. Yeah, so I can see Sean would be very business about it. Like,
Yeah.
he would set up like an auto pay for the fucking the credits and everything, and
I can see Sean doing something like this. He would book you a comedy show virtually for people to like see, from the afterlife. You'd be like, you'd have jobs to do to get paid. You know what I mean? So that'd be interesting.
yeah, I would say it would be you or Sean.
Yeah.
Probably you, because Sean's closer to death. Is he
Shit,
still in here?
shit, I'm black. I don't know.
Good point. Yeah, his is natural causes. Yours,
mine could be that sugar.
he said Manny. Manny with the trophy. I am.
Can you
All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, the triangle, the sex triangle: Kardashian, Kanye West, and Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
Dude,
God.
Is anybody living a better life sexually than Pete Davidson?
Pete Davidson, Jesus Christ. And who would have thought? I mean, like, for people who don't know, Jay met Pete when he was like 17. You know what I mean? And like, or maybe younger. Was he like 17?
Because he might have, maybe
no,
17.
No, he was
or
like 17 or 18. He couldn't be in the club officially.
Yeah.
But he was in there with Nick Cannon. And I just remember like thinking, okay, is this dude gonna come up someday? And he is living his best life. Kate Beckinsale from Underworld.
The
Kim
singer,
Kardashian,
what's her name?
Ariana Grande. Like, I mean, this dude is like just he is like living every like 20 to 30-year-old's like dream, like sexually.
Dude,
but
every fucking 16 to 60-year-old's dream.
Yeah, exactly. Very true. I mean, God, like
I wish you were in the building with Pete's dad, Patrick. Patrick Melton from Nobody Likes Onions said he
Oh
met
my
Pete's
God.
dad who died in 9/11. Uh,
Fucking awful.
yeah, true. Sean said Ariana Grande hooked him up. She opened that door. Yeah, she fucking was the one that. I mean, he made a joke about it on his special about she was like, "Oh, he has big dick energy," and he's like, "That's setting me up to just be fucked for any other chick because now they're expecting this huge cock." And he's like, she knows what she was doing. But yeah, Sean's right though.
Man, yeah, no disrespect, but I don't know how Pete is doing it. Yeah, I mean, I think people. Well, what did
I'll
N
let
say?
you go ahead and read ends.
Okay, N says funny dudes always win though. Pete is ugly in the face, but I bet that thinging. Hold on, I saw the best picture real of Pete Davidson. Somebody compared him to. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, like what are your thoughts? Where you at, Jay, on the whole Pete Davidson thing? I think it's
Fucking good for him. I
yeah,
mean,
man.
good
Okay.
for all of them. I mean, dude, who gives a fuck
I
what
don't know if you
everybody?
can see this. You see
The
that?
Beetlejuice
Yeah,
thing,
it
yeah.
said Pete Davidson is what I imagine Beetlejuice, what Beetlejuice looked like when he was alive.
Jonathan said, "You put respect on Kanye. He is dating Julia Fox. I don't know who
Yeah,
Julia Fox is.
I think she's a model,
Okay.
but at the same time, like, I just Kanye he feels like he's just not rap tight still, and it's like that's got to be
Yeah.
a scary relationship to be in. And I'll be real with you, I think Pete should be careful because somebody mentally stay unstable on the other side, you don't want that to turn into a OJ situation. You know what I mean? Because I could see somebody losing their shit and being like, "Yo, I want her back," and just like, "That's the house I bought," or whatever. Thinking that he bought it, even though she got her own money. And fuck, man, you just don't want to be in a bad love triangle where somebody's not over somebody because that's how people get killed. So,
Fucking Sean and Jonathan having a little bro fest on here on their love of Kanye. Sean's like one of the biggest Kanye fans.
dude,
So.
early Kanye, yes. I mean, like, when his mom was alive, one of the dopest people ever. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, dude, I mean, more power to him. I'm curious who he's gonna be fucking next.
Yeah,
Who would
I
be
mean,
the ultimate? Michelle Obama? Michelle has left Barack. She is now dating Pete Davidson.
Good God, man, that would be the ultimate. That's when you just win in life when you can date Michelle Obama.
Yeah, or Oprah. Yeah, dude.
Oprah, that'd be dope.
Sean said Kanye's new cut is old Kanye. It's
Okay.
sick. Okay, where he was like, "Yeah, I want to beat Pete's ass."
What did Naima say? Who do you think of likely to? Let's see. Who do you think of likely to lose first, Kanye or Pete? I don't. I
Lose,
mean,
when you say lose their relationship or lose their mind.
or like, I guess if it's like the relationship game, I see Pete winning ultimately because Pete don't give a fuck. I mean, being a comedian, like he could take an L, like, but he's like, I dated, Kim Kardashian, like,
Yeah, everybody's talking about like Pete already won. He's with Kim and he's on a Kanye track. He's named on a Kanye track. So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to, fucking talk about people like, oh, who's gonna go fucking lose their shit first. But I mean, I think they both know that they I know Pete has said in interviews, that he's got mental health issues and he's trying to work through them and stuff. And I think Kanye is too in his own way. But
he doesn't want to Kanye doesn't want to get help. He said he can just talk to his friends. So I mean, even from a relationship standpoint, who wants to be with somebody like that? So,
Did you see the tweet that resurfaced from who's the bald chick that Kanye fucked?
Oh yeah. God, she was gorgeous. What's her name?
Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. Yeah.
You saw that tweet?
What did it say?
From 5 years ago, she said, "Let the Kardashians," she referred to them, the Kardashians, like they'll fuck you over. I'll let them fuck you over in time. And then that resurfaced. But she made a comment about that. She's like, we've all moved on, and she's like, I have no ill will and shit like that. Michael says Kanye's new chick is better than Kim. I don't know about that. I don't know who she is. I've seen pictures, but I mean, how's her personality, Michael?
It would be hard to be married to a Kardashian though, because it's like your stuff is always going to be out there in the public. So I don't know, man. Pete versus Kanye, a great Mortal Kombat fight. I can see that going down. But yeah, man, it's fucking relationships are tough, especially when they're in the public eye, because you're always reading about something that happened, an altercation. Yeah, like I think it's scary that Kanye bought the house right across the street from Kim. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little stalkerish. So, how about Chloe and Tristan? I mean, damn, Tristan out
dude.
here hoeing again. Had another kid, but I mean, was he in the relationship with Chloe, or were they just kind
Dude,
of?
I can't keep track of that fucking.
Yeah.
It's every week he's fucked
Mhm.
somebody else new and
Yeah. So,
stuff.
oh, purely look wise. Okay, all right.
I mean, just purely look wise. Michael, again, what is her personality like? How is she as a person, Michael? It's not all about looks with us here. You got a fat ass, Mike? Okay,
Yes,
let's we got to pick our what is it? Our teaser
oh
for
yeah, we got
next week.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm just reading these. Do you want to do the things that are unforgivable? We've done that though, haven't we?
Yeah, I feel like some of these popped back up, so I don't know. You know what? Let's do this. We'll roll with this one. What are your thoughts on the Prince Andrew scandal?
Okay.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Prince Andrew
Oh yeah.
allegedly had slept with a 17-year-old at the Jeffrey Epstein compound, and now they're talking about getting him out of the not. I don't know if they're getting him out of the royal family, but what are your thoughts? Did he do it? All that
Well,
good stuff.
no, he's been stripped. From what I heard, he's been stripped of everything
Crazy, and
from the royal family.
he's one of the queen's favorites. So yeah, okay. So we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Yeah,
So,
Naima said, "I love this podcast. Thank you, Naima." And as Sean said, if you like this one, wait till tomorrow's. Yeah, tomorrow we have we'll do our plugs right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have the Hollings Worthless program,
Yep.
which will be at 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern. And you can watch it live wherever you're watching this one. And plugs. Okay, here's my plugs. This will be out tomorrow. So let's see, Tuesday night, if you're listening to this the day it comes out, I'll be at the Comedy Cellar. Just there all the time. Wednesday, I'm covering for Edwin San Juan at it's the LA Comedy Club's other room. I forget. I think it's at Planet Hollywood. Fuck, I gotta look it up. Thursday, I'm at Wise Guys, and then this Friday, I'm doing the Dirty at 12:30. Headlining that. So.
Nice.
You can go to bigirisj.com, has all the dates. And then next weekend, not this weekend, the 21st, but the next weekend, the 28th, 29th, I'll be in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the Comedy Catch. And nice. And I know I said your name, Sean. I shouldn't have dropped your name. Sorry. Manulus, what do you want to plug?
I was talking to Jubal about some possible dates in the future, but with Omicron, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if things slow down a little bit. I still got a little one to think about before I get out there.
Here, let's do. Okay, since you're not plugging anything other than Hollings Worthless tomorrow, give us. Don't tell us the joke. What's a premise? One of your new premises that you're going to work on, or that you are working on.
Yeah. Fuck. Do I have my jokes? Let's see real quick. I know I got something in here.
I'm sure you got stuff about Miles and.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff about Miles. There's stuff about the pandemic. Pandemic with one vagina. Yeah, it's just let's
it's
see.
Okay. I put you on the spot.
You really did. Black 85 is a white 100. That's weird. I don't know.
A black 85 is a white 100.
I don't know. That doesn't even really make sense.
Are these credit scores? All right. On that note, thank you everybody for tuning in. Come back tomorrow. It's going to be wild. We got a lot of good shit that we're going to cover on the Hollings Worthless. And until next week, Manulus,
we'll be putting the love back in your right. It's love in black and white.